This week has been a great week here at KIrwan High School. We now have all of our students back at school from Year 7 to Year 12, and they are all back in their classrooms working with their teachers to continue their learning. They're thoroughly enjoying being together again to see their friends and also to be with their teachers, and I can assure you that all of our teachers are very excited about having all their students back also. I'd like to remind you about a very special occasion that's coming up very soon. On June 16th, KIrwan High will be hosting its very first virtual open day. And today I've invited one of our wonderful young junior school captains to talk to you about his role, as he will be one of our hosts. So I'd like to introduce you to young Arthur Smart, who will tell you a little bit more about the open day.
So, as you said, on the 16th of June, we're having the virtual open day, which we're calling KIrwan TV. And on this, we're going to have a tour of the school where we're going to look into the academies, what they do. We're going to have a few videos of different sections, and we're even going to have a little cooking video that one of the teachers has kindly made.
Oh, that's our chef, Mr. Beatty.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And we're also going to have a few interviews of staff and students around the school, and we're even going to have some live question and answers that we're going to have with the executive team.
Okay, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I've also heard we're going to have a prize draw with some Lowe's gift vouchers as the rewards.
Oh wow, well that's something to certainly look forward to. Fantastic, and are you looking forward to that, Arthur?
Yep.
Okay, that's a great opportunity for you, isn't it? And you'll be all over the place once we release that to Schoolzine and to Facebook. Thanks, Arthur. And of course, not only did we welcome back all of our students this week, but it is a very important week in the history of Australia for all Australians. This week, as part of our Australian community, KIrwan High has recognised National Sorry Day on Tuesday the 26th of May. That's a day when we remember and acknowledge the mistreatment of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who, as we know, were forcibly removed from their families and communities, and we now call them the Stolen Generation. It's a day on which we acknowledge the strength of those people from the Stolen Generation, those survivors, and we reflect on how we can all play a part in the healing process for our people and our nation. We cannot begin to fix the problems of the present unless we accept the truth of our history. And I think that's what National Sorry Day gives us the opportunity to do. And of course, it's followed by Reconciliation Week. On the 13th of February 2008, Prime Minister Kevin Rudd read out the National Apology in Parliament with many of the Stolen Generation in the Parliament. I'd now like to read some of the words from this statement that I think are very important because they talk about the future that he envisaged for Australia 12 years ago. We today take this first step by acknowledging the past and laying claim to a future that embraces all Australians. A future where this Parliament resolves that the injustices of the past must never, never happen again. A future where we harness the determination of all Australians, Indigenous and non-Indigenous, to close the gap that lies between us in life expectancy, educational achievement and economic opportunity. A future where we embrace the possibility of new solutions to enduring problems where old approaches have failed. A future based on mutual respect, mutual resolve and mutual responsibility. A future where all Australians, whatever their origins, are truly equal partners with equal opportunities and with an equal stake in shaping the next chapter in the history of this great country of ours, Australia. 12 years later, I can assure you that the KIrwan High family is highly committed to continue to work together to ensure this future for all Australians can be realised. So, in addition to my comments, I have invited one of our Indigenous captains, Rikisha Phineasa, to talk to you about National Sorry Day and Reconciliation Week and what we are doing as a school to recognise those occasions. Welcome, Rikisha. I'd now like you just to talk to us a little bit about what reconciliation means to you as a young Indigenous person and then tell us a bit about what we're doing at KIrwan High to recognise this occasion.
Okay, thank you. Well, again, Reconciliation Week is very important, and reconciliation means to me is building better relationships between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. I know that we have a lot of historical figures that have paved the way for me now to sit here and to discuss Reconciliation Week. And so what Reconciliation Week is that we're acknowledging two very significant events, and that's Mabo Day, and that was the Mabo decision, where the High Court of Australia decided to acknowledge the connection and right that Indigenous people have to their land. And the second event is the 1967 referendum, where Indigenous peoples were finally able to be counted in the Constitution, and that we weren't considered flora and fauna, which is plants and animals. So again, taking this week, it's really important that we acknowledge the significance of these events and that we're able to now move forward, because a part of Reconciliation Week, it's about how we can contribute to this cause. And I know within the school we have a booth in the quadrangle at the school, and we're going to be sharing information. So my co-captain Casey and I will be sitting in the quad, and we'll be able to share with students what Mabo Day is about and how the 1967 referendum contributed to the future and where I am now. So yeah.
Wonderful. I'm really looking forward to getting out into the quad and to hearing your stories. Thank you very much. So, another great week for KIrwan State High School, and I hope that we all take some time this week to really consider what Reconciliation Week means to all Australians. Thank you.